Hello everyone, back to me again. Still remember about my review textbook, right? Okay, now I will give the summarized 10 articles that I have read for all of you. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Salwa Azillah. I'm a student of English Education Department at UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta with ID 112, and right now I'm in my 4th semester fulfill my assignment of course extensive reading. For the first article with the title Pre-Service Teachers Performance in Implementing Teaching Methods at TFL Class with the writer Maulina entry in the Rusli 2019. And here the main purpose of this research is to contribute to the improvement of English language teaching competence by providing insights, recommendations, and potential interventions that can be used in both schools and other educational institutions. The research findings and recommendations could be used to guide teacher training programs, curriculum development, and educational policies aimed at improving the quality of English language instruction. And for the finding, the current study's findings were reported separately in 3 different sessions: PSTs and students' interactions, method used, teaching obstacles, and discussion. The first, interaction between pre-service teachers and students. The first section of the study focuses on the situation in the classroom, specifically how PSTs handled the class from the start to the end of the lesson. And the second one is preference for teaching methodology. PTSs delivered 3 phases of the lesson in common in teaching practices: beginning, main, and ending. Lesson plans, materials, teaching media, and teaching methods have all been prepared and chosen in advance. And the third, introducing difficulties. The study discovered that PTSs encountered problems or obstacles when implementing English methods before, during, and after the lesson. Okay, in the second article with the title The Effect of Blackboard Collaborate-Based Instruction on Pre-Service Teachers' Achievement in the EFL Teaching Methods course at Faculties of Education for Girls, with the writer Hussein Al-Gami Muhammad Hussein, 2016. And here, the purpose of the aforementioned research is to improve participants' achievement in a specific course by providing them with various opportunities to interact with teachers, peers, course material, and activities. The study identifies existing gaps in the participants' learning experiences and aims to close those gaps so that they can perform better in the prescribed course. Okay, for the findings, multiple studies findings emphasize the importance of incorporating Blackboard-based instruction into EFL teaching methods courses. Participants can attend classes, access materials, and participate in discussions regardless of their geographic location thanks to Blackboard's affordable learning environment. The synchronous and asynchronous communication features improve peer collaboration and enable effective teacher-student interaction. These factors, taken together, contribute to higher achievement and more enriching learning experience for participants in EFL teaching methods courses. Okay, for the third article with the title Blended Learning Model in TFL Workshop to Students of English Language Education Department, a case study with the writer Endang Mastuti Rahayu and Wahju Banjarjani, 2022. And for the main purpose, present a case study on the use of a blended learning model in a TFL or teaching English as a foreign language workshop for English language education department students. Overall, the purpose of this article is to contribute to the field of English language education by investigating the potential benefits and challenges of implementing a blended learning model in TFL workshops and providing insights into its effectiveness in improving students' learning outcomes. Okay, for the findings, improve student engagement. Blended learning models frequently aim to boost student engagement by combining face-to-face and online activities. In comparison to traditional instructional approaches, the study may discover that students were more actively involved in the learning process and demonstrated higher levels of engagement. Improve language proficiency. Before and after the workshop, the case study may assess students' language proficiency levels. The findings could indicate that students' English language skills such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing have improved. Positive student perception. To gather students' opinions and perception about the blended learning model, the study may include surveys or interviews. According to the findings, students had positive attitude toward the approach, finding it effective, engaging, and conducive to their learning needs. Okay, for the fourth article with the title Analysis on Whether Native or Non-Native English Speaking Teachers Better in TFL in China with the writer Sa Li and Chungling Jin, 2020. And for the main purpose of this article is to propose improved teaching methods that capitalize on the advantages of native English-speaking teachers or NESTs and non-native English-speaking teachers and NESTs in teaching English as a foreign language or TFL in China. While this article does not address any specific research questions, it does provide background information and history on the development of language education in China. The goal of this article is to improve English language teaching in China by utilizing the strengths of both NESTs and NNESTs. Such an approach is expected to result in more effective language instruction, improved learning outcomes, and a more inclusive and diverse educational environment. And for the findings, it is important to note that the effectiveness of TFL instruction is determined by factors other than the teacher's native or non-native status, pedagogical skills, teaching experience, adaptability, cultural competence, and knowledge of effective instructional methods are among these factors. Finally, in TFL in China, the choice between NESTs and NNSTs should not be framed as a binary better or worse dichotomy. Both groups of teachers bring distinct strengths to the classroom, and balanced approach that leverages the benefits of both can result in more comprehensive and effective language instruction. Okay, for the fifth article with the title Ongoing Speaking Anxiety of Korean EFL Learners, case study of a 2-week intensive program with the writer Jong Oki Kim, 2018. For the main purpose of the study is to investigate two aspects of language anxiety in Korean university students enrolled in an intensive 2-week speaking program, namely foreign language anxiety (FLA) and language anxiety and cognitive processes (LSCP). The study's goal is to investigate the link between these types of language anxiety and students' academic achievement. In short, this study looks into the prevalence and effects of foreign language anxiety and language anxiety in cognitive processes among Korean university students enrolled in an intensive TOEIC speaking program. The study's goal is to learn more about the relationship between these types of anxiety and students' academic achievement, as well as to provide valuable insights into the role of language anxiety in language learning contexts. Okay, for the findings, influencing factors for FLA and LSCP, the study may identify specific factors that contribute to the development or exacerbation of FLA and LSCP. Individual characteristics such as self-confidence or prior language learning experiences may be included, as well as program-related factors such as instructional methods, assessment practice, or social interactions. Relationship with academic achievement. The study could look into the connection between FLA, LSCP, and academic achievement. It could investigate whether higher level of language anxiety are associated with lower academic performance in the intensive TOEIC speaking program, or whether certain students are more vulnerable to anxiety-related difficulties that impair their performance. Okay, for the sixth article with the title Speaking Anxiety in ESL or EFL Classrooms, a Holistic Approach and Practical Study with the writer Muhammad Shaukat Ansari, 2015. With the main purpose, the purpose of this research are twofold: to add the existing literature on language anxiety and to provide teachers with practical strategies for reducing students' foreign language speaking anxiety. This anxiety is caused by two factors: fear of negative peer evaluation and a perception of low ability. The main objective of this research is to improve students' foreign language learning experiences by reducing speaking anxiety. Teachers can help students feel more comfortable, confident, and motivated to engage in oral communication in the target language by providing practical strategies. This, in turn, has the potential to improve language acquisition and proficiency, as well as overall learning outcomes in foreign language classroom. Okay, for the findings are teacher accountability and identification of needy students. The findings emphasize the importance of teachers as practitioners in addressing language anxiety. Further research is required. This research is considered to be an ongoing process and more investigation is needed. The findings suggest that longitudinal studies in which participants are observed and analyzed over time would be beneficial. Okay, for the seventh article with the title Watch Your Teaching, a reflection strategy for EFL pre-service teachers through video recording with the writer Zafir Susoy, 2015. The purpose of this study is twofold. First, to help future educators develop critical thinking and analysis skill, and second, to investigate the use of video recordings in the English as foreign language or EFL classroom to encourage reflection among pre-service teachers. In short, the study intends to look how the incorporation of video recordings into the EFL classroom can effectively facilitate reflection among pre-service teachers. It seeks to investigate the impact of video-based reflection on their ability to critically analyze their teaching practices, identify areas for improvement, and make sound instructional decisions. And for the findings of this study can provide valuable insights into the advantages and disadvantages of using video recordings as a reflective tool for pre-service teachers, ultimately informing teacher education programs and enhancing future educators' professional development. One of the findings in the study is the influence of the teacher's mood. The content analysis of the reflective journals and video recorded post conference also revealed that these per-surface teachers occasionally incorporate personal issues into their teaching practices. They had difficulty controlling their emotions when they were sad, tired, or unmotivated, and they reflected a negative attitude on the student. Okay, for the eighth article with the title Pre-Service Teachers' Beliefs About Language Teaching and Learning in EFL Classroom, a review of literature with the writer Ririn Pustarini, Utami Widiati, and Arik Susanti, 2021. The main purpose of this study is to investigate and discuss the nature of teachers' beliefs, with a particular emphasis on pre-service teachers or PSTs and their formation process. The study also intends to review previous research on PST beliefs and highlight their importance in teacher education. The research will specifically look into themes related to English as a foreign language EFL, PST's beliefs in teaching and learning English, as well as the role of these beliefs in the EFL classroom. Okay, for the findings, beliefs in language, pre-service teachers frequently hold beliefs about the nature and structure of language that influence their instructional strategies. Teaching and learning beliefs, pre-service teachers' beliefs about effective teaching strategies, classroom management, student motivation, and assessment methods can change. Belief about the teacher's role, pre-service teachers' perception of their own role as teachers may be different. Beliefs about the learner's role, influence of prior experiences, the influence of teachers' education. Okay, and for the ninth article with the title Reflective Practice, the experiences of pre-service EFL teachers in teaching English with the writer Ummu Arifatul Azizah, Joko Nurkanto, and Nur Arifah Rajati, 2018. And for the main purpose, the purpose of this research is to help teachers who are looking for guidance in their classroom activities. In other words, it is an opportunity for the teacher to reflect on what he or she has done in their teaching in order to find a solution to the problems that have arisen. Overall, the study seeks to empower teachers by encouraging them to participate actively in their own professional development. It allows them to critically examine their teaching practices and make informed decisions to improve students' learning outcomes. The research helps to create a supportive and effective learning environment that benefits both teachers and students by guiding teachers in this manner. Okay, for the findings in this article indicate that pre-service teachers in the EFL context should engage in reflective practice more professionally by using specific tools and receiving specific training because reflective practice can help them develop their professional as teachers candidates. According to the findings, pre-service teachers use discussion to predict and prepare for future teaching. Finally, English teachers must think critically and make connection to the English lesson. As a result, several tools such as video recording, teacher journaling, peer discussion, and others can be used to facilitate reflection. To summarize, pre-service teachers need more teaching experience so that they can use a variety of strategies to reflect their teaching. Okay, and the last one article with the title Perceptions and Practices of EFL Pre-Service Teachers about Reflective Teaching with the writer Zainab As-Suhaibani, 2019. The main purpose, given the importance of reflective teaching, the purpose of this case study was to investigate pre-service teachers' perceptions and practices of reflection in teaching. The purpose of the study is to investigate perseverance teachers' perceptions of reflective teaching. It also attempts to investigate the reflective practices of student teachers. The study contributes to a better understanding of the current state of reflective teaching in teacher education programs by investigating pre-service teachers' perceptions and practice regarding reflective teaching. It reveals how pre-service teachers view the value of reflection and how they incorporate reflective practice into their teaching. The findings of the study can be used to improve the emphasis and effectiveness of reflective teaching in preparing future educators through teacher education programs, curriculum development, and professional development initiatives. And for the findings presented in this article show that perseverance teachers have had positive perception of reflection. They believe it was helpful during their school-based teaching practice. It supported them in recognizing and recording what they did, and it also helped improve their teaching by developing solutions to problems they encountered. Reflective practices of pre-service teachers reflect this misconception about reflection. Their reflections are general and brief and get shorter over time. These findings suggest that while pre-service teachers acknowledge the importance of reflection, there may be a need for further support and guidance in developing effective reflective practice. The article implies that pre-service teachers may require assistance in understanding the purpose and process of reflection, as well as strategies for engaging in more meaningful and sustained reflection. Okay, that's the summary that I have mentioned. I hope the audience enjoys the video that I did. Apologize if there are many shortcomings in the word I've mentioned. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See ya!